Aban Papa na waso. Dr. Ato Forson has within the last few months paid road contractors and service providers more than any finance minister in history. It is a fact. Okay? For as much as many Ato Forson, we have our own differences. As much as he doesn't like me, when it comes to his work, I can tell you for a fact, he's very good at what he does. And I will not take it from him. As much as onim se mesalan chamantina ene ya. Ato Forson pema semina because mesalan cash. And ene ya. Because Ato Forson on Serbia or sene papa nkwa. The ma Ato Forson on fan pema sem say onim se mesalan. Me ye lel alan inte ene ya. Enti de bia no ohumi ana ye ne ya ona kumem say aden na boy we say alan. Ono Ato Forson or sene papa nkwa enti na ye ne ya no. But apart from ahoya na Ato is envious of me because I look like Alan. Alan's look alike, you know. A finance minister who has been exceptionally good at his work. It is this guy, Ato Forson. You can't take it away from him. And since it's all by, you know, this is the first time we have seen for a whole year contractors who are working with the government. Who say contractors have come out to do what? To disturb our ears to say they are being owed by the government. In fact, a can another dankwe kufuado ne MPP for G2 na contractors me. Na contractors buofuno. Ato Forson and NDC ba power. They have been able to clear those debts. Onon kwane finance minister any abaya aba. Etime making sure say when it comes to roads, construction of roads, contractors who are Ghanaians, indigenous contractors, at least they have been sorted. Say Ato Forson NTO winyina kra. About 70 to 80%, the majority they have been paid. Video where I'm about this man I'm about video China Muslim or a contractor and the Kufuado. We no case Kufuado is silly. Sa video way akokra we na Kufuado are buying they didn't pay them as a contractor.
We are going to turn the whole country upside down. One by one.
Well, how will you do it?
Well, we will die and they will bury us. We are going to turn the whole country upside down. One by one.
Well, how will you do it?
Well, we will die and they will bury us.
So this video, contractors and the Kufuado, moka say mrebi, contractor be catch Kufuado so a rascal. Yes, these were the men. Some of them have died. Nana the Dankwe Kufuado did not pay them. And at a point in our history, you could hear only one or two indigenous contractors because those were the contractors. They had their connections in the government, Kufuado government. One contractor be a city, Joe, BBB Joe, the contractor be because they were the only political contractors in Ghana we know. So they had affiliations in government. They had connections in government. They were maybe sorting people in government. So they Kojobot and yes, W or Dimisa, you're from saying. At a point in our history, by 8 years, near about one contractor per ding. But there are so many contractors in Ghana who are capable. Here in Sawam of Anko, a contractor, or you say Juma Wino, on your easy contractor, one of the biggest contractors in Ghana. Sa of Anko to in Sawam Road, the contractor on this. Sa contractor, one of the most powerful contractors in Ghana. You can work diligent job. You cannot take it away from Marapoma. And when you go to Africa, the trademark is in almost every African country when it comes to quality roads. And all these contractors were around. But you know something? Because Bawumia Ekufuado Dems were doing business with good work, what they did was, so one more musika, they are not going to give you jobs. And when they give you the job, they are not going to pay you because you are not giving them their kickbacks. All the jobs at a point in our lives, not Ghana for you say, could your job, said the Nkwana contractor Ghana, Kofi Job. And I'm a for 8 years. Now in Ghana, near Jane said Kofi Job Nkwana contractor. Because Kofi Job there, he has affiliated himself with the MPP politicians. He's able to sort them out. So they were giving him all the local and the job so on to me. I don't have any problem with Kofi Job or a Ghana. He's a good contractor. In fact, one of the biggest contractors in Ghana, Kofi Job is one of them. But I'm letting you understand. Kofi Job monopolized the system by their capacity. They could not complete all the jobs because there were other indigenous companies who were also capable of doing the job, but Kufuado Dems were not paying. So majority of these companies folded. Majority of these companies, they defaulted. Ebimu did the loans, so they were all at home. So at a point in our history, now to say any local companies are making a constructed road. But suddenly, in less than a year, MPP bar power. There are so many different local contractors, and under the big push, it is only done by local contractors. Into what we say, under the big push, roads are Ghana, local contractors were no moving. They were all around. Nana the Danko Kufuado Bawumiamono, they suppressed them because some of them were not ready to do what? To pay bribes. Some of them, at the end of the day, MPP are buying essay Omojima because they were not paying them. But what this government did was that when they came into office, they called all these contractors and reviewed all the contracts. And all the legitimate ones, they made sure say they are paying them. Until now, you can see the confidence in some of our local contractors. They now want the government to give them. And the contractors in Ghana, they don't even care the length of the road or the distance you give them. They just need the work from government. You know why? Because they are being paid. When you get even 10-kilometer road now, you know you are going to be paid. Into when 10 kilometers 3 times in a year, you are good. In the past, contractors wanted 500 miles road, no, today it's about consistency. It's about yama 1 mile road. Ube to my in solid. Oh yeah, your check is there. Into contractors, they are comfortable working with the government, and that is what the government needs to do. All the government needs to do is to bring back confidence. Say America focus say we are strong. Say Chinese focus we are stronger. The Chinese have confidence in their government. The Americans have confidence in their government. It is somebody sika they are not scared. And that is what builds nations, because government does not have money. It is the citizenry that have the money. It is the citizenry, they need to, at the end of the day, spend the money, invest the money. When they invest the money, it goes to the central bank. The central bank makes profit of it. It goes back to the people. They also make their profit. That is how you run a country. When there's no confidence, investors no any confidence, it kills the government. The government will never be able to do any infrastructure job. And then they see under Ekufuado, because Oforia Tamono and Ekufuado, they killed the confidence of contractors. So a contractor will not commit to a $70 million project. Why? Because that contractor cannot trust Ekufuado. That contractor cannot trust MPP. That contractor cannot trust the finance minister who is at Oforiata. But today, a contractor can trust the system because the government has been able to stimulate that confidence into when they are committing. When the government calls them and say, do this job for 6 months, I will pay you 30% now, the confidence is there. It is the consistency in how a government deals with its people. And it's a lot of local or indigenous companies, road contractors, now accepting to work for the government. It is building confidence. When the people lose confidence in you, you lose power. When the people lose confidence in you, you as a government, you are not fed. The people feed you through the confidence they have in you. And how do they feed you? They put their money in the economy because they trust you. The money becomes the fuel that drives the economy. That makes the government look good. So when the people are scared and don't have confidence in the government, they withdraw. And when they withdraw, the government cannot build. The government cannot invest. The government cannot spend. So that the government is stuck. And for the past 8 years, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the NPP could not do any major project in Ghana because the people, the investors, the citizenry, they don't have confidence in the government. So the government, it's blood. The blood, Nankasa, the confidence of the people. When the confidence of the people is intact, it pumps blood into the heart of the government. That is how the government is able to work. I feel take governance, I say. So this is governance 101. You are not supposed to make it so complicated. In this, say a government is doing this. The government is trying to buy the confidence of the people. And when the people are able to believe in the government, the confidence is there. I don't care putting $2 million to work for a government whilst I've not been paid now because of the confidence and belief I have in that government. It is simple. So first of all, the leader needs to show, say, you can be trusted. And it's not so many people today, investors, big men, people who have money, have confidence in the government. You know why? Because they trust the head of the government. So the actions and the gesture of a leader can determine the fate of a particular group. Maybe I want to say, and during Akufo-Addo's time, there were people who were doing a lot of things, and we're asking ourselves questions. I don't know who you say, I don't know who botu, I don't know what nipa, I don't know who gunjuma. Because the people who were down there doing that, they had looked at the body language of the leader. In this election, the people taking the action down there, they know Akufo-Addo will not react because his body language shows he's in support of such actions. Now, when that goes on, you will see, say, the language, the body language, the gesture, the things the government, the leader of government, and yet the president, how he speaks, his temperament, his attitude, it trickles down to Omo Onyomuye Juma. So what happens? And then they say, now the people start to get crazy. And I'm talking about those beneath him. Into who will be the Soforiata, who will be the Gabi, who will be the MPP leadership. They don't take responsibility because the head will never take that responsibility. Because the president, be taking responsibility. Who born dog for you to say you are not responsible for the debt that we incurred, for the DDEP, for Ejapade, for PDS, for all the crimes? You who born you to say you don't have any knowledge? But they know the body language of the leader. They know the body language of Akufo-Addo. They know he will not admit to what has happened. So they are confident and comfortable suppressing the people. And in Tinana say, every leader, his gestures and body language, the way he approaches issues will reflect in the work of his government. It won't say, majority of Ghanaians have confidence in the government, not because an extraordinary government, it is because of the language, the body language, the gesture, the temperament, how we believe in the leader of the nation or the government. So, answer a politician will commit money, he's looking at the president. He's looking at his body language. Send the obisisime, Nasame be University of Ghana. Is the president going to look on for a minister to cheat me? They look at the president's body language. So the body language of the neck, the head, the leader is very vital to the sustainability of a government. Into Akufo-Addo losing power, MPP losing power, the leadership, Akufo-Addo Bawumia, body language is what caused their defeat. And you know the funny thing, they have not admitted that they, through their actions, they have still not admitted to it. That is why they still want to give you Bawumia, because Bawumia is another shadow of Akufo-Addo. Every single thing Akufo-Addo did, Bawumia agreed to it. So why should we give Bawumia the opportunity? It is basically giving us Akufo-Addo 2.0. Why is the MPP still bent on bringing Bawumia? It is because the MPP still have not moved away from their actions. They are still not hurt. They still don't want to take responsibility for what they did to us. And they are still pushing Mahamudu Bawumia. They still want us to go back to that Akufo-Addo style of governance. Politics, more political science, they just go read books. But you see, you need to be knowledgeable to do the kind of job we do. And just say we support John Mahama, we support the NDC, and we put everything on the line. It is not because it is because we have studied the politics. We have studied the science behind it. We have studied the psychology behind it. We have studied the people who are basically looking at these politicians. So we know how it works. We know and we understand. And do not sit and make it look like, say, what is happening to Ghana today, it is just mere talk. No, it is because of people taking prudent action, people making decisions that are right. And you are seeing this.